So like I and a lot of others have been predicting, it does look like Gina Carano is returning to Star Wars. All signs are pointing towards that. All leaks, all rumors, all reports, and even some stuff straight from Kathleen Kennedy is pointing towards Gina Carano returning to Star Wars. Let's check it out. If you also hate what happened to Gina Carano and why she was fired from The Mandalorian, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I try to post every single day on this channel. Let's get into the video. So like I said, it does look like Gina Carano will be returning to Star Wars. There are a lot of signs that point towards Gina Carano returning to Star Wars. This article right here from Inside the Magic is exhibit number 1, where it says Gina Carano reportedly still involved in The Mandalorian and in Star Wars. The Star Wars universe exploded with The Mandalorian, an award-winning streaming series from the genius mind of Jon Favreau. Expanding the Star Wars saga was a new character, Cara Dune, blah blah blah. However, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy stated that Carano's touch will still be felt in the upcoming season of The Mandalorian. That's exactly what I'm talking about whenever Kathleen Kennedy even says that Gina Carano is sticking around when it comes to Star Wars, when it comes to The Mandalorian, or maybe just the Mandalorian universe in general. We all know that Kathleen Kennedy came out the other day and said that Rangers of the New Republic is pretty much officially canceled. She pretty much said that Rangers is canceled without officially saying that it's canceled. We all know what she meant though. Rangers is not going to happen, and honestly, I'm not too mad about it. But the interesting part about what Kathleen Kennedy said in that statement is not that Rangers of the New Republic was canceled, because I think we all kind of assumed that that was the case, but she said that the storylines from Rangers are going to be dissolved into other shows like The Mandalorian, or maybe like the Book of Boba Fett, just stuff inside of the Mandalorian universe. And I think that's much more interesting, and that says a lot more about Gina Carano's future in Star Wars than her just saying that Rangers is canceled, because I think that's a big sign pointing towards Gina Carano actually returning to Star Wars, or at least people like Kathleen Kennedy, and obviously Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni want Gina back. But when people like Kathleen Kennedy start saying stuff like that, and they start, hinting towards them wanting Gina Carano back in Star Wars, that's when you know that Gina is probably going to return at some point in the future. And if you look at this other article from Inside the Magic back from October 5th, it says Mandalorian Season 4 reportedly greenlit with Gina Carano returning. The article says, with filming from The Mandalorian Season 3 already underway and Lucasfilm executives adamant that fired actress Gina Carano will not be recast, it seems likely that the New Republic Marshal Cara Dune won't be making an appearance in the 3rd season of showrunner Jon Favreau and executive producer Dave Filoni's hit Star Wars series. Carano was let go by Lucasfilm Limited and the Walt Disney Company following a series of controversial tweets throughout The Mandalorian Season 2. Her firing derailed one of 3 planned Mandalorian spin-offs, Rangers of the New Republic, despite the fact that Carano's co-stars, including Mandalorian leading man Pedro Pascal, Katie Sackhoff, and Ming-Na Wen, supported her throughout the drama that followed her throughout last year. It wasn't enough to save the former women's MMA and Muay Thai fighter's job in the Star Wars franchise. Now, however, the online rumor mill is swirling with reports that Gina Carano will be returning to the Star Wars galaxy in The Mandalorian Season 4. And the crazy part about this is I have heard a lot of rumors revolving around this, and one crazy rumor that I heard is that Gina Carano would be returning in The Mandalorian Season 4. I don't think that there's any chance she returns in Season 3 because she's shooting a lot of other stuff, and even if they do want her back, which I do think is very much the case, especially like I said, when Kathleen Kennedy starts saying stuff like she was saying about Gina Carano and about Rangers and stuff like that, but I think that there's no chance she returns for Season 3 because she's so busy outside of Star Wars. But for Season 4, I heard that she might be returning, but not even as Cara Dune, as someone else. I know that sounds really crazy and like really out there, but maybe they write off Cara Dune in Season 3 and maybe they have her die or something like that, so she can't return as Cara Dune in Season 4, but they just want Gina back because she's kind of one of a kind. Nobody else can really embody a character like Cara Dune like Gina Carano can. She was just so believable in that role, and maybe they give her a different style of Cara Dune character. Maybe just have a different name and it's the same, feeling character. It sucks because it probably won't be connected to Leia and Alderaan and all that stuff. But hopefully it's just coming back as Cara Dune in Season 4. I'm just telling you what I heard through the rumor mill, that she may be returning as someone who's not Cara Dune. But like I said, she is really busy right now, which is the main reason why I don't think she's accepting the opportunity to return to Star Wars for The Mandalorian Season 3. This article from Deadline says Gina Carano reveals details about her first project since The Mandalorian. The actress will star in revenge thriller scripted by the Hitcher writer Eric Red. Now, I do think she kind of stepped away from this project, or maybe the project got canceled, but I don't think this one is happening. happening. I think she replaced this project with another project that is currently filming or maybe even wrapped filming. And if you look at this article from Giant Freaking Robot, it says, see Gina Carano behind the scenes of her new movie. And there's a lot of different scenes of her acting behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I think that they might have wrapped on this movie, or they're filming right now, this movie being Terror on the Prairie. And I guess Gina Carano really liked this one a lot more than the other one, or maybe the Daily Wire just didn't like Gina in the role that she was in the other one. I don't really know the details. I don't think it's been made public why she either left or they canceled that project altogether. I'm not sure what the details are, but either way, she's not going to be acting in that Eric Red movie, but she is going to be acting in Terror on the Prairie. And like I said, a lot of behind the scenes stuff coming out, as you see right here. And I don't know if they've wrapped filming, but if they haven't wrapped yet, then they're well on their way to wrapping filming. And just to add a little bit more credibility to the rumors, this article from Pirates and Princesses also says, rumor, Gina Carano to return in The Mandalorian season 4. People are taking this rumor as something that could possibly happen. It's not just a random rumor that some view-hungry YouTuber made up. It's not that. This is something that people are actually hearing. This is something that people with actual sources are hearing from their sources. Now, obviously, YouTubers get things wrong all the time. Things change in Hollywood all the time. You could hear something one day that's absolutely true, that's absolutely going to happen. For example, we could hear that Gina Carano is returning to The Mandalorian for season 4, and that could truly be the case right now. She could be totally on board for season 4 right now. Everyone, Jon Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, could be all on board for Gina's return in season 4. And then in a few months, she could be like, you know what? I don't really want to come back to Star Wars anymore. The scoopers weren't wrong in that sense, but they didn't get it right in the end. You know, the end result was they look wrong, but they actually weren't wrong. They actually did get it right. It's just that things in Hollywood are always changing, especially with Lucasfilm, who can't keep a project they announce from getting canceled. It seems like every single project they announce, someone leaves the project, a director, a writer, or even actors get fired, or the project just gets canceled and scrapped altogether, like Rogue Squadron and like Rangers of the New Republic. Rogue Squadron being for creative differences that they always say. They always use that as an excuse. We all know what that really means. Lucasfilm tries to overstep their bounds. The story team tries to take creative control away from Patty Jenkins. Whatever the reasoning is, they force these creatives off the projects, and then they end up having to cancel the projects because the story was crafted around Patty Jenkins and her personal story about her father. So how are they going to do Rogue Squadron without Patty Jenkins? You just really can't do it. And just to show you one more, here is another Pirates and Princesses article that says, could Gina Carano be returning to Star Wars? A new rumor says yes, and this is from October 28th. So like I said, people are not just hearing this from random YouTubers who are trying to get views by lying to everyone. This is something that people are actually hearing. And obviously it says, let me start off by saying the following is a rumor. Obviously these are rumors, these are leaks, these are reports. They're not facts coming out of Kathleen Kennedy's mouth, but like I showed you earlier on in this video, something that has come out of Kathleen Kennedy's mouth is also pointing towards Gina Carano's return, also pointing towards Cara Dune's story being told in other shows outside of Rangers. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that Gina Carano is returning to Star Wars? Because I really think that they want her back. It's all up to whether or not Gina wants to return. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you in the next one.